one more time from the top. Right here. Okay. Right here where the icon is right now is when I'm reading The King of France and Mr. Lorry. I shall move this icon thingy to whichever character I am currently reading for. Let us begin. Now, from the days when it was always summer in Eden to the days when it is mostly winter in the fallen latitudes, the world of a man has invariably gone one way, the way of the love of a woman. Charles Darnay! Hello? Sir, I rejoice to see you. Mr. Stryver. We have been counting on your return in these 3 or 4 past days. Can I do something for you, Mr. Stryver? Why, no thank you. Mr. Stryver and Mr. Carden were both here yesterday, and made you out to be more than due. I'm obliged to interest them for I'm obliged to them for their interest in the matter. Everyone will be delighted with your return. Miss Manette? How are you today? Mr. Carden, I'm fine, thank you. Lucy has presently gone on some household matters. I knew she was from home. I took the opportunity to speak to you. Rather, Mr. Lorry, I come for a private word with you. Oh, indeed? Pray forgive me. I wish to speak to you. Will you hear me? Certainly, Mr. Carden. Is Lucy the topic? She is. I am on my way to offer myself in marriage to your agreeable little friend, Miss Manette. She is a charming creature, and I have made up my mind to please myself. Oh, dear me. You anticipate what I would say, though you cannot know how earnestly I say it. Dear Dr. Manette, I love your daughter. If it had been possible that you could have returned the love of the man you see before you, this creature of misuse that you know him to be, well, Mr. Lorry, he would have been conscious, in spite of his happiness, that he would pull you down with him. Were you going there now? Straight. And yet, knowing the misery he would bring to you, I think I wouldn't if I were you. Well, he has still the weakness to wish you to know with what a sudden mastery you kindled him. Sir, I do not doubt your loving Lucy. You can be satisfied with that. Even in my degradation, the sight of you with your father, the visits to your home, have stirred old shadows they had thought died out of me. Between you and Miss Manette, there is an affection so unusual, so much more than even the tenderness between a father and a child, that I have forborne as long as it was the nature of man to do so. But I love her. You speak feelingly, Charles Darnay. I thank you for it. Damn me, but this beats everything. A man of business deliberately advises me not to go to the Manettes and offer myself, Stryver of the King's Bench Bar. I think in terms of your success with the young lady, I wouldn't go on such an object without having some cause to believe that I should succeed. Have you any reason to believe that she loves you? None. As yet, none. I know very well that you have no tenderness for me. I ask for none. I am thankful that it cannot be. Without it, can I not save you, Mr. Carden? Can I in no way repay your confidence? I know this is a confidence. I know that you would say this to no one else. If you will hear me through a little more, all you can ever do for me is done. Is it the immediate object of this confidence that you may once ascertain Lucy's feelings with my knowledge? Not even so. How then, Mr. Lorry, does one inquire of his success or failure in such matters? Then you seek a promise from me. I do seek that. Will you let me believe, when I recall this day, that this confidence will be shared with no one? The secret is yours. It is not mine. I promise to respect it. Thank you. If Miss Manette should bring to you a confidence that you should love me as I love her, I ask you to bear testimony to what I have said and urge no influence against me. I say nothing more of my stake in this. Mr. Lorry? I was about to say, Mr. Stryver, it might be painful for the Manettes to have the task of being explicit with you. If you please, representing you in no way, I will attempt to correct my advice by making a trip to their home. If my findings should support what I have advised, it may spare all sides what is best spared. What do you say? I say yes. I am not that hot upon it. I shall expect you to look in tonight. Good morning. I believe your object to be truthfully as you have stated it. If she should ever tell me that you are essential to her perfect happiness, which is foremost, I will give her to you. Your confidence in me ought to be returned with full confidence on my part. My present name, though slightly changed from my mother's, is not my own. I wish to tell you what that is, why I am in England. Stop. For you, and for anyone dear to you, I would embrace any sacrifice. Tell me when I ask you. The time will come. If your suit should prosper, when new ties will be formed about you, ties that will bind you yet more tenderly and strongly to this home you so adorn. That if Lucy should love you, the dearest ties that were ever grace and gladden you, you shall tell me on the eve of your marriage. Willingly. When you see your own bright beauty spring up anew at your feet, think now and then that there is a man who would give his life to keep a life you love beside you. Give me your hand. She will be home directly, and it is better that she not see us. Go. Farewell. God bless you. I have been to the Manettes. To the Manettes? Oh, to be sure. What am I thinking of? And I have no doubt that I was right in the conversation we had. Therefore, I reiterate my advice. I assure you that I am sorry for it on your account. I am sorry for it on the poor father's account. I know that this must always be a sore subject with the family. Let us say no more about it. I don't understand. Well, no matter. But it does matter. No, it doesn't. I assure you it doesn't. Having supposed that there was sense where there is no sense, I am well out of my stake, and no harm is done. I have not proposed to the young lady, and between ourselves, I am no means certain that I ever should have committed myself to that extent. I am very much obliged to you, though, for following me to sound you out, and for giving me your advice. Now, pray say no more about it. Thank you again. So that was the little thing that I had to read for this. I'm going to put us on intermission for a bit while I